So I was in a car commercial. Yeah, let's talk about that. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Hannibal. If you are new here, welcome. So I was in a car commercial. Today I'm here to react to it almost 5 years later and explain to you how I landed this gig. So that is what I'm going to be talking about today, and if you're interested, I'm going to jump right into the story. So first, let me start at the beginning of the story because this happened almost 5 years ago now. It'll be 5 years next month. I don't know how that happened. Long story short, I was in a car commercial for my local dealership, Hyundai, of the city I used to live in a couple years ago. And so here's what happened. I went with my family to go browse cars, and I kind of had my eye on one, and I knew that I had wanted it for a while, and they just so happened to have the very specific color, model, year, and price range that I was looking for. So I got super lucky and I ended up buying my first car that day. Well, it was my second car. My first one was a gift, thankfully. Super grateful for that. But this car we're talking about today was my very first big purchase that I ever made for myself, and this was, I think, in 2015. I'm pretty sure. If I'm wrong, my bad. But anyway, so I happened to be a first-time buyer, meaning that the car was solely in my name. I did not have a co-signer. I was all in it by myself, and took a jump off of a hill and bought my first car. So super stoked that I was able to do that, being so young at the time. I think I was only 20, so I bought my first car. And here's what happens. A couple days later, I get, I think it's either a text or a phone call from the guy who sold me my car. And let's just say it's a text to make things easy on myself. So I receive a text, and basically over the next couple messages, he explains to me that his specific dealership was planning on filming a car commercial as advertisement for the dealership itself. And it just so happened to be a first-time buyer's commercial, and if I was potentially interested in being in it. And I was like, absolutely. I am not one that is shy. I get an opportunity like this, and I'm definitely going to jump on it. So I said yes. And so here I am thinking that I'm gonna be an extra, in the background of who they're mainly filming. And picture that as seen in The Office when they're filming their commercial, and at the end they're just yeah, that's who I thought I was gonna be. So the day of the commercial comes, and they just told me a time. They didn't have anybody contact me when they had gotten there or anything. So they came straight to my house, which I already was interesting. So I'm maybe they're just coming to direct me where to go, but I honestly don't know what to think at this point. So the day comes, and the filming crew is starting to set up cameras outside my house, and I didn't even know that they didn't let me know that they were there. They might have knocked. I might just be remembering it wrong. So I see they were setting up outside. I walk outside. I kind of introduce myself to them because I didn't know either of them. So I was already I think these are the people. Obviously they're setting up cameras in my front yard. I'm gonna assume these are the people, but I've never seen them before in my life. So I start talking to them, introduce myself, let them know that I was the one that they asked to be in the commercial. And already I was oh, where's the rest of the people that are gonna be in this? And the guy goes, oh, no, so this is what they told us to do, and basically you are going to be the star of the show, and we're gonna ask you a couple questions, and you're gonna tell us how your experience was buying your first car. And I was what? So caught off guard because I was not expecting this to be more of an interview commercial. I don't think I've ever been on TV previous to this commercial, but I did end up doing another little small ad commercial after this one with somewhere that I used to work with a couple years ago. So I've done a couple commercials randomly enough in my life, but I'm not a professional. But I could be, somebody asked me. So before I actually show you guys the commercial and react to it, I'll just kind of give you a little bit of background of what happens in the commercial. So I did watch this maybe a week ago. Somebody asked me to post it on Instagram and I did. And I hadn't seen it in a while. When they ended up filming this, it played on local television for a year. So I had like people reaching out to me who I hadn't seen in years, like from high school and just like other random stages in life, who were like, did I just see you on TV? Like, and I was like, yeah, totally, that's me. Like, anyway, so here's what happens in the commercial. So basically it's me like standing in front of my house, and they basically just ask me a couple questions about, oh, what's like the favorite thing about your car? Like, what do you use it to do? Like, where do you travel to? What, like, basically, what did you get this car for? Like, that's what the commercial is. It's a first time buyer commercial, meaning that I'm basically just telling my testimonial of how I got my car, which I was not expecting going into that day. So I'm already having a weird day, guys, let alone hanging out with strangers who I've never met before, and they're like feeding me lines on some questions, being like, okay, now say this after you answer, and then say this. And I'm just like, okay. So that's basically like half of the commercial. And then they actually ended up mounting a GoPro in my car and had me drive around to where I actually travel to in my car. So like they had me go to my favorite hiking spot. They had me go to my work, which at the time were the main two things that I was doing because I was working full time. I had 2 jobs. So, I literally just went to work, and like on my days off, I went hiking and just did outdoorsy stuff so I can like get that fresh air that I never got when I was always working inside. So I thought that was really cool. Definitely a little on the cheesy side, but yeah, that's pretty much the backstory of how I got the commercial, what the commercial is. Super random, but I thought it would be a really fun video idea for you guys if you're interested, because I know a lot of people were reaching out to me after they saw it on TV and they were like, what the heck? How are you on TV? Like, what? It caused a lot of confusion at the time. So, I thought with it being like the anniversary of it happening 5 years ago, why not do a cute little video about it? So without further ado, I am going to play the commercial for you guys now. It's not going to be the best because I did record this from my phone, so I apologize about that. But I will also link the original commercial down in the description box if you guys want to go watch the original. Anyway, here we go. And I have my laptop right here, so if I'm looking to the side, that's why. Okay, so this is my old house. I don't live there anymore, but that's my car.
I'm a first-time buyer. My favorite thing about the Elantra is the sound system. I use it to go to and from work and to go out traveling a lot. I love hiking and road trips and all types of fun stuff like that. The salespeople at Win were very helpful. It wasn't like I was buying it from a stranger, And not only did I get a great deal at Win, but it's so convenient to go there for service. And it's true, everybody wins at Win Hyundai.
Yikes. So, I mean, overall, it's honestly a really cute video. I did enjoy filming it and like the whole process of it. And I mean, who wouldn't take the opportunity to film a car commercial and like be on local television for a year, no less? Like, who wouldn't? I thought it was super fun. Part of me singing and saying my favorite part about my car is the freaking sound system is because I had only had that car for 2 weeks and my previous car didn't have a hookup for an aux cord. And so obviously I was stoked to get a car that actually had a working aux and charger port. So that was what I was most excited about as a new 20-year-old with a brand new car, like skirt. My favorite thing actually about my car is the gas mileage, for sure, because I get like over 40 miles to the gallon on the freeway, which I do travel a lot. So that is extremely helpful. So in the end, I did end up loving my car. I still have this car today. today, like almost 5 years, and it's my baby. But yeah, I thought it was super cute how they followed me to like the places that I actually go to, so it's like real footage and people are like, hey, I recognize that place, you know? So overall, I thought that it was a super cute commercial. I enjoyed the whole process of it, and I would totally do it again. If you guys need me, you know where I live. Plus, one of the cool things about it was I wasn't really expecting to like get anything out of it because, you know, already being in a commercial is pretty cool in itself, but my dad was like, why aren't you asking for something in return? And I was like, ooh, that's a good idea. So they ended up offering me free oil changes for life at that dealership as long as I have that car. So when I do get a new car, which eventually I will, I'm sad I won't be getting free oil changes anymore, but you know, it's been 5 years and I haven't had to pay for an oil change, so that's pretty dang sweet. And they always top off my fluids, do a multi-point inspection, and wash my car for free, because I'm a VIP. Anyway, that is it for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed this really random story of me, you know, doing some kind of cool things. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more content like this. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for hanging with Han today. I will see you guys next week. Bye.